Ugh. All right, guys. I don't have much time to do my little rant because I am running late. Actually, Mayor Grove I saw was running late, and I yelled to him, "Run, Jeff, run!" because he was running into the building. Forgot to disconnect my Bluetooth. It's falling apart at the seams. I made it here. I gotta deal with public comment. Hurry up and leave. I don't got time to play around. Well, this door's not working as usual.
Keep in mind that our children are all ages, most families have more than one child. If the city can afford a snow machine, they should be able to afford shade for families sitting on the benches.
Just in time.
Meals are sweet tonight. If I could interject real quick, we seem to be having an issue with that camera up there. We're firing the shower.
Okay. I'm getting set up. They're having some sort of camera issue as usual. Allegedly.
Hi, my name is Tina Hicks. I have an issue. So my yard was dug up by the EPA and fixed about 3 years ago. We had dug a 4-foot footing to build a garage several years prior to that for apparently requirements for the city. When we dug up that footing, we had 2 dogs that got sick. And we wondered, of course, if it had anything to do with the soil. One dog died, and the other one was so sick, she was only 5 years old at the time. She died 2 years later as her disease progressively got worse. So, we were dug up 3 years ago, soil was replaced, and then we had the fire. I have now 2 dogs that have just turned 5 years old, both diagnosed with diabetes. They have to be insulin dependent, there's no other treatment for it. I myself was diagnosed with diabetes last year. Had no reason why, no explanation, no history, no genetics, nothing. I have a cat who has a thyroid disorder that she now has to get medication. And we have a dog who had 2 throats removed. We have a neighbor who had several throats removed from their dog. I am having a hard time thinking that all of these experiences and things that are happening are not related to our soil. I would like to, I don't know if I need permission to do this, but I want to go around to our neighbors, kind of do a little research project. Ask, do you have dogs? Has your yard been cleaned up? You know, if not, who was close to you? Do you have cats? Do any of them have diseases? That type of thing. I don't know if I need permission to go, or if it's okay if I just go door to door. I am only really thinking of doing like a 4-block area. I'm really having a hard time. If you look up online and you say, does exposure to heavy metals cause your animals to age prematurely? Yes, it does. When our dogs were 3 years old, their faces were turning red. Some have a hard time walking. It's just not, it can't be coincidence. I am going to reach out to EPA, of course, in regards to this and some other people to see, but you know, with the history of who answers and who doesn't answer, and they all say there's nothing going on. I don't know how far I'll get from any of those agencies, but I am gonna reach out just so that it's on record.
budget and appropriation ordinance?
Yes, I give that, a little more explanation.
Okay, however, we're supposed to have a 30-day notice posted in the newspaper.
We're not ratifying, it's just,
So when is the final? My second question is if we have any updates on Matheson Park. I know we had discussed before maybe throwing more trees and plant life and maybe no equipment in there. If there was any update on anything happening out there. And I know my mom's brought this up before, but the aldermen all receive a packet with information that is pertinent to the meeting, and that this is not given to the public in any way. I don't really know how the public's opinion is going to be expressed if we're not aware of the information prior to the actual day of the meeting. Oh, and third thing, the handicap door, the last two meetings, the door has not been on for the handicaps. I know Angel brought that up previously, but it's something that we could be more objective for the disabled people who are wanting to come to the meetings.
Anybody else?
You ready, Tom? After having me surrounded by men for no lawful reason, John Duncan told me that if I didn't want to be surrounded, I could go outside, and that they could surround me all they want in the people's building, knowing I was both cornered and intimidated. That's incorrect. It's not only a crime, John, it opens the floor to civil litigation, and you know that. John Duncan also told me that I could come here and say nothing. Due to his threat of continued mistreatment, tonight I can only comment as a parent and as a woman. You all heard Mayor Grove go on his rant about seeing a parent at Walmart. That parent is standing at this podium. If you recall, a speech given here last time heavily touched on the topic of sexual harassment and similar issues. Mayor Grove decided late in the meeting to shame this parent for deciding to simply say, "Hi, how are you?" instead of debating sexual topics in front of children. This came after the mayor rejected numerous calls and attempts to have a meeting about these deep-rooted issues, yet he got up here acting as if there is a red flag when a mother protects her children by not speaking of sexual topics in front of them with a random guy at Walmart. It can't be denied, you all sat here and heard it. Apparently, a simple greeting is not enough for Grove. Yet again, he went on the attack against women. Just imagine if this person at the podium did confront those issues at Walmart. He'd pull a Mr. Dunkey and try to obtain a frivolous order of protection. Luckily, this person respected not only her own kids, but the mayor's child. This parent and Mayor Grove exchanged some colorful words immediately following the last meeting. The next day, this parent showed up at City Hall to file some FOIAs, set up this meeting he wanted to have in front of kids at Walmart, and to redress. Several minutes into this trip to City Hall, John Duncan said nothing before going to get the police chief. This so-called chief approached this woman and swiftly started to close the doors, claiming the parent's presence is bothersome to the employees. While she awaited the requested forms, John Duncan admitted he retrieved the chief due to expressive speech, specifically a few curse words over several minutes when discussing this Walmart issue. This chief, the same one this mother used to have a small amount of respect for, told this parent that she needed to leave right now. The mother stood her ground and remained, requesting her FOIA forms. After being berated by both Mr. Duncan and Mike Smazinski, they both did the walk of shame before the mother went into Brent Bader's office to avoid further harassment. Due to their behavior, Brent had to listen to 10 or more minutes of frustration and fear from this woman as she filled out her forms, and he did so gracefully. Chief, you had no reason to create and escalate a situation here in City Hall. You accused this woman of violent verbalizations, yet you couldn't give one example. You are all encouraged to view this incident and judge the issues for yourself. If you don't, you're failing the people you represent. It's interesting that the chief approached this woman the way he did. As part of the redress that day was the concerns of his numerous comments about the bodies of persons working under him. Shoot, this woman simply noticed concerning behavior and brought it up with the other issues. No wonder the chief wanted her out. This chief can't claim the woman wasn't fair and kind towards him all along. It was frightening to see him become so unhinged just feet away from her. An apology was requested after this incident, yet the chief did not apologize. We all have times when we're in the wrong, but failure to admit it is also failure to grow. I stand before you on behalf of this parent, this woman, and many others like her, requesting further civil rights education, sexual harassment, and de-escalation training for all city employees. Failure to do so will indeed result in more abuse of the people at the hands of those everyone is supposed to trust. How much time do I have?
You're at 4 minutes and 8 seconds.
During Mayor Grove's Walmart rant, he shamed a woman for not only protecting her young, but for being herself. Some of us, when we are not in work mode, are more reserved, more to ourselves, and there is nothing wrong with that. People have it hard enough without being shamed for being who they are, particularly when they have done nothing but push for safe parks, the respect of women, requesting sanitary bins, and equal treatment for all. As you may see, those things get you surrounded, belittled, mocked, backed into a corner, accused of crimes, all without even an incident report. Each of you involved should be ashamed of yourselves, and I am requesting apologies from Chief Mike Smedzinski, Finance Director John Duncan, and Mayor Grove. For the remainder of my time, out of fear of further retaliation, I must hold a moment of silence. That moment of silence is dedicated to Mayor Jeff Grove's political career.
Your 5 minutes are up.
Thanks, John. Thank you so much.
Any other comments tonight?
My brother's calling. Okay. Well, that's done. Public comment is completely done. I missed half of it. Luckily for them, I have to leave.
Family Services to install a single-facing lighted sign at 815 Second Street and related matters.
Your Honor, I move that we grant the request for farmers insurance.
Good luck.
For the youth club.
All right. I got a softball game to get to, so we're done. I left so I could come here. As you can see, like they brought up, oh, it's working this way. It wasn't working a minute ago. I wonder if they came out. But the handicap thing was not working. Anyway, that's all I have for today, guys. I know it's short and sweet, but I couldn't stay. Gotta get to my little honey and take care of that. All right, thanks for watching. Tell your friends. Bye.